Soldier 53 climbed the icy iron steps of the Watchtower into the heart of the bone-chilling winter darkness. The howling wind struck his face with needles of snow. The gloom. It was so heavy. It felt as if it had swallowed the entire world. The only sounds to break the silence were the moaning of the wind and the echo of his own steps on the cold metal. Loneliness. It weighed down on his shoulders like a heavy, damp blanket. 2 hours into his watch, he saw her for the first time. Far below the tower, amidst the endless white of the snow, a black speck was moving. It was an old woman, with a stooped back and a black clothes that fluttered in the wind. What was a lone old woman doing in this frozen wasteland? He shouted, "Halt! Who are you? And what are you doing here?" But his voice was lost in the howl of the wind. The old woman, paying him no mind, simply continued on her way until she disappeared into the darkness. Fear. It planted its first seeds in the heart of Soldier 53. Perhaps the cold, the solitude, were making him see things. He tried to ground himself by counting the bullets in his rifle, but he couldn't get the image of the old woman out of his mind. The next night she appeared again. This time she was closer, standing right at the foot of the tower and looking up. He couldn't make out her face in the darkness, but the soldier could feel it, the glint of 2 eyes fixed on him. A deep and chilling terror gripped him. He aimed his rifle at her, his voice trembling. "Move, and I'll shoot." But the old woman only tilted her head slightly. Then she slowly backed away and vanished. Days and nights passed, and every night the old woman would appear, sometimes far, sometimes near. The soldier no longer slept. His eyes were hollow from exhaustion and fear. Every sound, every shadow had made him jump. His reports were dismissed. It was the winter cold, they said. The loneliness. It had frayed his mind. On his last night, the air was colder than ever. Snow fell heavily, reducing visibility to just a few feet. Soldier 53 was huddled in the tower, broken and weary, when he suddenly heard a sound. A scraping on the metal steps. Someone was coming up. His heart sank. He gripped his rifle, aiming it at the door. The door opened, slowly, and there she was, with the same black clothes. Snow rested on her shoulders, and from her eyes, a coldness deeper than the winter itself. The soldier screamed, "Who are you? What do you want from me?" The old woman spoke, and her voice was warm, calm, like a grandmother telling a story. "I am the end of all waiting. You have been waiting for a long time in this cold, in this solitude, soldier." The soldier asked, "Waiting for what?" The old woman looked into his eyes, and in her gaze, there was an endless peace. "Waiting for me. Everyone waits for me, even if they don't know it. I am the end of all watches." The heart of Soldier 53 gave way. He understood. All this time he wasn't guarding against an enemy, but against himself. The old woman whispered, "I am death, but do not be afraid. She held out a bony but warm hand. "It is time to go. Your watch is over." For the first time in his life, Soldier 53 felt a sense of lightness. All those cold nights, that endless loneliness, now had meaning. He gently placed his hand in hers. The cold, it no longer bothered him. Outside, the snow continued to fall, but inside the watchtower, a deep peace reigned. The watch in Tower Number 53 had come to an end.